Are we ever going to film a new channel intro?
Yeah, I've been working on one.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah, I have been.
Okay.
It's just, I'm trying to make it really nice, so it's just taking me a while.
Yeah.
All right, should be up.
Yes, we are. Oh, God damn, I'm tired today.
Dude, I had such a hard time waking up this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then going to bed last night, I was so tired. I fell asleep at probably 9:30 last night, and then I woke up at, like 6:30 this morning and just could not wake up. I don't know what happened to me last night.
For me, I started having an allergy attack last night because I was cleaning out the cat's litter box, so all that dust kicked up right in my face. So I'm sniffly today. I'm gonna have to run out and grab Kleenexes, but dude, last night, you fall asleep with congested nose and you just can't. So with your mouth open, you're just fucking.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah, then you're all dried out.
Yeah, right now, I think I've filled this up 4 times already with water. So what is that, 32 ounces times 4?
Yeah, staying hydrated is good.
Yeah, to an extent.
All I've had all day today is a small cup of coffee.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
I haven't had any water, any food, nothing.
No, no.
It's 1 o'clock and I have had a cup of coffee, and that is it all day.
Horribly unhealthy, Rob.
Yeah.
I take vitamins and stuff like that, so I need to actually watch my water intake and make sure I have an excess of it. And I don't know, I chug water like it's going outside.
See, I got a big thing of tofu and green beans that I've cooked up in my house that I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. So I'm kind of just
fried tofu sounds really good.
Yeah, that's why
I like tofu when I don't like normal tofu because the consistency, but fried crunchy little bits of tofu, like a.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious.
I like so I do it. I mean, I bake it in the oven with a bunch of seasonings and stuff, and it's pretty good. But I'll do I've been doing a Korean like a katsu kind of thing.
Ooh.
Where I covered in panko crumbs, and then I fry it, and then I do rice, and then the curry,
really
the
good,
curry sauce on it, dude. It's fire.
That sounds delicious.
It's so good.
Gotta shoot me a picture of that later.
Yeah, it's really good.
But anyways, welcome to the Amp Lunchtime Live, where we are obviously going to be talking about lunch
We're
foods.
hungry, apparently.
I just ate, funny enough. But you're joined by myself, Logan, and
Ross.
And we are here to chit-chat about all the Airsoft stuff. Food is probably going to be on the topic for a little bit now.
Frag said Shalom Casuals from Boston, but
Shalom,
that made me think of
Boston.
That made me think of Boston Market. And
dude, Boston
I like
Market
Boston. I used to really like Boston Markets, their mac and cheese and stuff when I was younger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, something happened. Boston Market. Do you guys have White Fence Farm out here? Do you guys do a White Fence Farm?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No,
It's a Midwest thing. Okay, I didn't know if it was more than just the Midwest, but I don't know. There was a point in time that the Boston markets of the day. I mean, shit, Denny's and IHOP too. At some point, I think when Harambe got killed is when the timeline shifted, and that food just decided to not be tasty anymore. Because I used to eat the shit out of Boston Market, their pies they have.
Good.
Oh my god! Good. Nowadays I go there and I'm like, oh, this tastes like shit.
I don't even know where one's at anymore, honestly.
The only one that I know of right now, is there's one. It's out by my parents' house, obviously, but it's 2 towns over. And that's it. All the other ones have closed down, which suck because their pot pies are halfway decent.
What's up, homies from Other Work? What's up?
Other Work.
Hello there. What's up, Graybush? How you sexy mother lovers doing? Good. It's a little toasty in here, actually. I might have to take this off.
It is. I preemptively took off my hoodie.
I'm layered up a little too much. I'm probably going to take this off as soon as I'm done reading these intro comments.
Oh, my good lord. Excuse me.
What's up, Zimmer Johnny? What's up, Boyk? Ross is the basic girlfriend of all men. Do you have a migraine? Your one will be blown when I tell you that fix it is water. Oh, true. Yeah, I do kind of have a headache right now, but I do fully know it's from the fact that I haven't drank water today, so
How much
I'm not going
nicotine
to
have you had
complain
today?
about it. How much what?
Nicotine have you had today?
Oh, I went through a whole can of Zins.
Yeah, so you definitely should just start drinking some more water.
That's the other thing I've been taking today is a lot of nicotine, yeah. That's a daily occurrence, though. I'm going to... Before I start sweating.
Nitrum 326. I missed the last lunchtime giveaway. Who won? I don't know his name, but some dude won the giveaway.
I'm trying to remember the name.
I could not remember it if you gave me $100. Flying out to Buffalo right now, though. That's awesome. Say hi to the Buffalo boys out that way, Matt Esposito.
Say hi to the
and all them boys.
I want to say what's up to the Buffaloes, man.
Call some boys fun. I'm going to have roast beef and not the sandwich kind. God, that sounds incredible. I wish I could also have the same. Heck you, Johnny. How is Donnie? It's getting hot in here. Take off all your clothes. No. No. Got a fix for you. It's water. Drink it. This is a threat. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty low energy stream today. I'm tired. We were just chatting how, like, well, we just mentioned how I had allergy attack. I got, like, no sleep. Even though I got, like, a solid 7-8 hours sleep last night. Yeah. But because you're all plugged up, you, like, can't breathe. You're constantly rolling and tossing and turning. It also doesn't help that both my cats glue to me when I'm asleep. So it makes it worse because you move one way and then one of them swats at you, like, while you're rolling on top of me, and it's like... Yeah, that, oh, and for whatever reason, in my bedroom, I have the attic space, right? Yeah. I'm like Little Orphan Annie or, oh, no, I can't say that. Well, I could probably make that joke, but I'm not going to make the 1942 joke for that one. But I have the attic space, and I have one of those hotel wall coolers that you can get. Okay. You know, I forget what exactly they're called, but, you know, you go into a room, and they have the individual air conditioning units and stuff. For some reason... it kept turning on at night, and it was already cold in my room. So I'd wake up, too, and I just have cold air blowing on me. I'm like, shut off. And I shut it off. Then I'd go back to sleep, and, like, a little while later, when I'd, like, stir awake a little bit because I can't fucking breathe, it'd be blowing cold air again. I'm like, can you not do this? I need to sleep in a consistent environment.
That's fire, honestly.
Aye.
I love that.
E-House over on the YouTubes. You come to the GGP LARP this year. Players asking if Amped is doing vending or pre-orders. Plus, they just want to hang out at the cigar bar this year. I will be going, actually, yes. So and we are going to be doing pre-orders. Cigar bar? Yeah. But I will be going. That is 100% confirmed. We are also going to be bringing some pre-orders. Vending, we can definitely work on doing some sort of small table vend. I know we have... I forget what other event we have that weekend, but it's going to be a dual vend, but we will 100% work on getting that stuff out that way to you. But yes, we will be doing pre-orders.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing pre-orders. Not sure about the trailer because, yeah, what is the other? I'm trying to pull up our schedule right now.
I don't know if we have it on our schedule, but we have it on the board out there. I can literally go look if it's not out there. But I know we have 2 events that weekend. I want to say it's...
Let me just check if it's on our schedule.
A Crescent game or an Amsato game. It's not Amsato. It's a Crescent game, I think. You know what I can do?
I have it right here.
It's my favorite thing to do is just open up that. Not TikTok.
We don't have it,
I have it on my calendar.
Yeah, whatever it is, we don't have it up, so.
Amsato. It is an Amsato game. So we have an Amsato game that same weekend as Zulu.
What's the Amsato game?
Adler. It's in the Renaissance fair that they got. It might not be updated on the...
There's the Spring Offensive.
Yeah.
That's Stag Ops, not even Amsato.
So I'm looking at May.
Yeah, no, that's where I'm at. Yeah, just not up.
Okay, I will have to talk to Peach for them. But yes, we will be going. We can do a small little vend. Bring out some essentials. Bring out some pyro for you guys. Unfortunately, we do have to take the trailer out to the Amsato game. Just because that's how that ended up working out. But we'll work on definitely getting a table set up for you guys.
How y'all doing today? Anything new? Is there anything new? We have the MTW Dig 2s, which we talked about a little bit last week. But the review went up Sunday, so if you haven't seen that yet, you can check it out. I talk about it. I kind of just did the overview of it, you know, what you get in the box. Nothing too crazy.
We did just get back from Crescent as well.
True.
So that was this weekend, which was a blast. Always a good time playing at a Players Wanted game, especially with Joker Airsoft. And I was talking to him a little bit about how he actually, so first off, which is kind of crazy, he lives on premise.
I did know that they moved into the
awesome.
What's the building there? It's like
the Warden House. He lives at the Warden's house, which
that thing's gotta be haunted.
So the Warden's house, I've heard, not from him, but what I've heard is that it actually isn't bad. It's the rest of the facility that's actually spooky as shit.
Well, it's haunted.
But
the whole thing's haunted.
Yeah, I was chatting with him and stuff, and some of the updates he was giving about what he plans on doing for the facility, as well as just overall updates about like the facility by itself. Very, very cool things to come. I mean, not only are we going to have several more games to go ahead and be there, between Players Wanted, I know Lions Claw is going to be up there. There's a TCA game that's going to be up there.
Airsoft announced one.
Yeah, there's a TCA game that's going to be up there, so those are some really cool games up that way. The renovations he's planning on doing is going to be insane. He is creating his own indoor speedball field to host tournaments at in one of the big cell blocks. That's one plan he had, which actually He has like a yearly plan. This is not immediate. This is over.
I know, dude. That's,
Yeah,
knowing
he
how
has-
long it takes to get airsoft fields up and running, and
Yeah.
knowing the status of those structures, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a couple years down the
He
line,
plans
but-
on doing that. He plans on building more structures on the actual property out of like Conex box stuff like that to just give it more depth and feel to play. Taking a lot of fences so there's more movement. I mean, a lot of the stuff he was talking about, I'm very, very, very excited to see, especially because it's just 2 hours from us. It's an hour 45 from us.
That's not bad.
So it's extremely close, and it's just a cool place to be. Not to mention the fact that he's already cleaned up so much of it.
Yeah.
It's actually okay to walk around. I mean, there's still a lot of places that are like, this is old and decrepit, but compared to the previous games I've been to that have been Players Wanted games, Mark has already put in a lot of legwork for it. So I'm super excited to see that moving forward. And this game, it was a fun time. I ran my high cap the whole weekend. So
Yeah, I'll have to get up to one of the Crescent games coming up here soon.
I'd recommend it. It is a time and a half.
I mean, I definitely want to. So.
Yeah.
Logan, you got to join me, Ian, and David on a game called Vintage Story Starvation Simulator.
Vintage Story.
And then Peanut's here.
Hey, Peanut.
Hey, oh, Logan.
Hello.
Frag wants to know, do we think the Crytek will ever release their Origin 12?
No.
No. No, I don't.
What was that? That was SHOT Show 20.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
That was before 2020. That was like 2017.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. I doubt it. And then he also on YouTube, he said, LARPs are always smaller events, totally get splitting the bulk of effort to the bigger games. It'd be good to see you there, though. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I'll be there.
if
I
can make it
will be
out,
there.
I'm definitely going to try to. I want to do one
gotta.
of your LARP events.
You gotta. It's so much fun.
Well,
I know.
It's May. May's going to be hard.
So I know Ryan is going there. Ryan will be there. I will be there because Ryan is working. I'm going to straight up play. Like I'm just like this is what I'm doing. But if we do a table event, I'll definitely go and help out with that, obviously. But yeah, dude, it is. Oh, those LARP events are so much fun. I had so much fun at Panath. I already have I have to go home for 2 weddings, actually, within the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to be going over to Great Lakes Tattoo because they did my stuff on my arm here. I'm going to see if they can squeeze me in for a quick little cycle tattoo. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But we'll see.
What's
Mr.
up, Poppins?
Hey, what's up, homie? Long time no see.
Speedball fields sound like a good time. I've never been to a Crescent game. Yeah, they're fun. They're worth going out. You should make it out there.
Great. Use peppermint on your nose. I use Vicks. I love Vicks. I got the Vicks Kleenexes. All right, let me tell you what. The best invention for Kleenex is the Vicks Kleenex because you blow your nose, you get the little Vicks. Ooh, it's nice. And it's lotion filled. It's great.
So thoughts on the IWA 9-bangers? I think
Baller.
they're too dangerous.
Baller.
I think
No, they're not actually.
Yes, they are.
Have you ever done any of the other
Have
IWA
you seen
bangers?
the video of the 9-banger going off?
Yeah.
It blows and it goes off at face level.
Yeah, well, have you seen any of the other, have
terrible.
you actually used any of the IWA bangers at all?
I've used IWA bangers, not a 9-banger.
Well, they're multi-bangs, like they're
yeah,
4
the
bangs.
they're
not that bad.
The 3s aren't bad, but did you watch the video of them setting off
Yeah,
the 9?
yeah.
It is that bad.
So arguably-
if I had a grenade go off on my feet, first of all, it goes off once, I'm dead. That's all you need, right? Is one grenade. So it goes off once, and then it goes off like again, and it makes its way up to face level, and it goes off again.
Sometimes.
But it's ridiculous. Like that
So-
is A, way too unsafe. B, it's not even a frag. Like it's a crash grenade, which means in real life I wouldn't even be dead. I'd be blind. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Regardless, I think it is one of those things that is gonna probably get banned at most events, if it's even allowed in the first place. And I think it's a safety hazard. That's what I think. I think it will
Yeah, I
ruin
get that.
other grenades. I think someone will get hurt using them, and they'll say no pyro. And
So-
places will start banning all pyro.
I agree, and I also disagree.
don't
I agree because having one of those go off at face value, like literally at face level, sucks ass, right? Yeah. But I will also say that between the IWA 9-bangers and Tag 67s, I think that the IWIs are safer than Tag 67s because I've seen injury from Tag 67s, and it is brutal.
Imagine if the Tag 67 went off 9 times.
Well,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
I know.
fine.
No, I know, but
it's
I feel like yeah, they are pretty spicy, but they're not as spicy as Tag 67s.
I think
I will be buying some the second they come back.
I think you're missing the point. I agree. Yeah, said the multi-bangs just don't really have an airsoft purpose, to be honest.
I agree.
I agree with
I agree.
And then, yeah, if the rule is a certain distance, all are out, why have it go off more than once? Exactly.
No, I can
One
completely
pop
agree with
is
that.
all you need. I understand for like, you know, if your whole group's pushing into a room and you want a little bit more of like a confusion, like actually using it as a like a flash or like
Distraction device.
Yeah, a distraction device, or even like a world building device, like for immersion and stuff. You know, just having a bunch of bangs go off in the background and stuff. I just think overall though, they're probably more unsafe than they are worth it for use, and I think that it's probably not going to benefit the airsoft community. I also think that they're probably going to have a lot of duds, and they're probably going to be expensive. And
So I've heard that they've gotten better, but they're $55 a throw.
55.
Yeah.
Whew, yeah. No thank you.
And you have to buy 3 at minimum when you order from IWA
So it's
because
like,
their hazmat fits.
So it's like $170 for 3 9-bangers.
Yeah, or 3 grenades of any kind, that as long as it fits within that special shipping, whatever it's called that they have.
Unless it was delayed, so it could go bang. Then like 15 seconds later, basically you throw in every room, clears out. Yeah, I mean that's in itself way too dangerous in my opinion. I mean you're picking up a live grenade that's on a timer basically. Could be called Canadian apples because it's not a war crime the first time. I don't exactly know what that means, but it's a crazy thing to say.
Because what they used to do is they used to go ahead and throw, Canadians used to go ahead and throw food over trenches at the other trench, and then
so people would run thinking it was grenades.
No, and then they got used to it being food, and then at one point
and
it
then they would
became
throw
grenades.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Ross is a pansy, come on. It's more about sending a message. I'll agree to that. I just don't think, I think that it's going to cause more problems in the air. Like, I think that event organizers are going to be forced to address it, and then it's going to come to addressing how we handle 3 bangers or 4 bangers, and it's going to come to how we handle all pyro. Like, all it takes is some dude getting half his face, like, blown off to, like, ban pyro from every airsoft event.
And I personally don't think they're any more dangerous than Tag 67s. However, I do understand the use case for, or the argument against using them, as well as the arguments for using them. And I do think that having the 9-bangers is a little much for airsoft. However, I'm also a pyro junkie, so I use pyro regardless of what they are. At the same time, would I still use them in a game? 100%. Would I maybe use them as a distraction device or a world building device, like you said? 100%. Versus spending $55 on a throw to somebody else. I could just as easily grab 3 EG Mark 5s, pull the pins all at once, and throw them into a room, and bam, multi-bang, and that's $15 right there. You know, versus the 45 to 55 to 60, depending on tax and shipping stuff, per one, and you have to buy 3 at once. You're spending at least $180 because they have a hazmat fee too.
Sure.
I think they are incredibly expensive. I think they have a place in airsoft. I don't think they have a place in commonplace airsoft. I think that's where you get your EGs, your tags, and those things that way outbeat IWAs. Are they cool as shit? Hell yeah. Are they worth it? I don't think so.
You have said pyro safety is an under-discussed topic.
I would agree.
Irresponsible pyro use is one of the 3 most common sources of emergencies at events. 100%.
I would 100% agree. 100% agree. We had a guy this past weekend. He brought in the LEO versions of the Tag 67s, and let me tell you, fucking what, brother? I have never had my bell rung that bad in airsoft in quite a while. One of those went off next to me. I was behind a concrete corner, and it went off. And the guy was on my team. I was like, holy shnikes, that was spicy. And I was like, I don't think you should use these, dude. And he ended up not using them. I was like, we need to not have those anymore out here.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before,
I agree. That's why a lot of event organizers are banning Tag 67s right now, because they are really fucking violent grenades. Are they awesome? Yeah. Am I sad they're being banned? Of course, because I want to use all the pyro in the books. But do I go to an airsoft game purposely going, I'm going to fuck those kids up? No, I don't. And people who do that are fucking twisted individuals. So I get it. Pyro needs to be more regulated, especially with how many different companies are coming out with them now, how many different types there are.
I mean, you know, like airsoft games, like every airsoft game is always pretty stringent on like the no blind fire thing. And the main reason you do no blind fire is so that you can see what you're shooting at. You know you're not shooting a dead player, a ref, a photographer, an out of game person, someone who has a mask off, someone with a medical emergency. You know what you're firing at, right? I mean, otherwise you'd be like, because there's really no other reason to not allow blind fire besides it's just semi-annoying. Like, at Milsim West, like, there's a certain degree at Milsim West where I'm like, I should be allowed a little bit of blind fire, because the amount of times I see dudes in trenches blind fire around corners, you know? That's just a personal opinion of mine. obviously am totally fine with not allowing blind fire. It is annoying. But I think that grenades fall into a weird spot where it's like 90% of the time when you deploy a grenade, you don't watch it go off. Like, you don't see where it lands and where it detonates. And I think that in its own right, like, brings up its own course of, safety concerns, especially with blind
100%.
fire. 'Cause the amount of times I've seen or been on the receiving end or been the one throwing a grenade, and then I look around the corner and it's like, oh, my bad, it was one dead guy and it landed in his lap. Like,
all the time. Is it
yeah.
funny as hell? Yeah. Do I feel horrible about it?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. There have been plenty of times I've thrown grenades at people alive, and I've cleared through, and they're like, they look a little messed up or worse for wear. I'm like, hey man, like, I'm sorry, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. Or like, no, dude, that sucked. I'm like, okay, like, do you need a minute? Do you need to get somebody? And it's again, it comes down to like, is airsoft pyro awesome and should it all be allowed? Yes, but there needs to be safety measures because you can attract. I think riffing off of Eric's comment right there, where like it can attract either the most or least responsible players, including like what he said, the tag launchables. Because tag launchables, they should only be used against vehicles. Have I seen people use them against other people? Yeah. Have I been on the receiving end of being used as a subject for a tag launcher? Yeah. Does it suck? Way, yeah. It's a fine line. It's a fine line till somebody gets so hyper fucked up and then no one's allowing it anymore.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think that the more they create things like a 9-banger, the more crazy it gets, the more you're just skirting that line of like
I agree.
Everything's going to get taken away.
No,
whether
I agree.
it's event organizers or the ATF, like
I 100%
somebody's
agree.
going to throw that IWI 9-banger into like a business.
That's why a lot of there's a lot of problems from January 6th was because
I know, because people had tags on them and stuff.
And the Mil X's, because Mil X's we were able to get at one point. Then Jan 6 happens, and they're like, "Fuck you, Mil X," and I'm like,
people have thrown
"These are the coolest smoke grenades ever."
Yeah, I feel like we were still in the wild west of grenade usage, and in 5 to 10 years we'll look back and say, "Remember when these were legal?" Yeah, probably. I mean, it's even that way right now. There are tags you can look back at and be like, "Those aren't like." I know people have boxes of tags they bought years ago that aren't.
That's how I feel about with tagging specifically. Tagging. You have tagging and TLSF Exos are the two big ones. Don't forget, you also had the not Quake grenades, but the TRMR blank fire grenades that could accept 12 gauge blanks or multi-fire 9mm blanks.
But those aren't used anymore for. I think that's because of the business.
No. TRMR are now a maritime and military LEO. They got swapped out to the military LEO purchases as well. And a significant portion of blank fire grenades way back in the day, 5-10 years ago, were able to be bought underneath normal circumstances. Now, to get a big blank grenade, like a 12-gauge blank grenade or something similar, you either have to be very lucky and find a company who's got the proper safety measurements that do it, which is very few. Pulse Armament is one of them. Or you have to have that military LEO credential. But if you have the military LEO credential and you buy a blank fire grenade, it is now an ATF destructive device, so it's very regulated. I feel like in another 5 to 10 years, we're still going to be looking back and, like you said, be like, damn, remember when that shit was crazy? Because we're already past that 5 to 10 years on so much old stuff, and now the new stuff is coming out, and it's still fucking crazy. And in 5 to 10 years, I think it's gonna be way more tame, but I still feel like in 5 to 10 years, we're gonna be looking back and also looking at the current time saying, damn, this shit's wild. But that's my pyro talk. I'm a pyro nerd. I spend so much money on it. I have my opinions on it, but there needs to be safety measures. If there's no safety measures, then no one can have fun. It's just like going 1.88 joule at no MED for some games. Wild. Why would you do that? And then there's other games that it's like, well, why don't you do this? The whole rule where people are like, yeah, you have to break the plane to shoot with an LMG or a sniper rifle, people get upset about it, but it's all about safety. Because if some poor bastard walks by that doorway or that window and you plug him within 15 feet with your sniper rifle, that's fucking no.
Yeah, that's on them.
To an extent, but like
if I'm
that
dead and I'm
sucks
walking
ass.
in front of a window, it's on me. If someone shoots me out that window, that's on me.
That still sucks ass though. So
sucks ass,
I
but
get
it's
it
on
for
me.
safety, but also it's a rule thing. So that's my Pyro TED talk.
Throw a gun barrel up,
You guys can go ahead and start checking out my streams. I'm starting in 2 weeks. If you guys want to chat with me more after hours, because I'll be doing that at home and it'll be a good time. So
Poppin said, I missed this earlier, but I've been talking about them for a while, but I just finished making my first 100% USA-made PVC patch.
Oh, we got that done.
If they sell well, I might be able to afford those multi-bangers.
That's awesome, man. I know you were talking about that for quite some time, so I'm super happy you got that figured out, my dude. Tie string and pull it backwards on the hallway and it's going off. Yeah, that totally makes sense to use against games and technical, but some crazy expensive to throw and launch a $40 kaboom at folks. Yeah, especially if they don't call it and you just wasted $40 versus some other grenades.
I mean, honestly, I don't really care about getting hit because most of the time it's like you spend your $15, like whatever. Like whether you hit me with a BB or grenade, I don't care. But there are certain games where it's like just for the betterment of like the actual gameplay, like limit the grenade usage a little bit. Come on, guys.
Well, that's what AMS does. They only allow 6 on you.
6 is even a lot. I mean, I think like you should
3.
have like a grenadier roll, and a grenadier can hold 6 or even however many they want, and but I think each player should be limited. Yeah, like 3. And,
yeah,
like,
I'd agree. I'd agree.
I think it's a bit excessive, but
yeah. But Coulson Boyk asks, thoughts on a chain 40 mic for home defense? Totally game for it. It's just like using grape shot at the top of your stairs to shoot the casuals coming up that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For no reason at all, I want to throw a multi-bang into a Conex container filled with airsofters. For no reason, of course, Frag. You are toeing that line of being responsible or irresponsible. Ross is now leaving me alone with you kids. I have to babysit. Dad's here now. Green Bean Airsoft, have you got any MTW AKs in stock? Not as of yet. We are still waiting for ours to come in. I know Talon placed his order for his, so once that comes in, you guys will be the first to know. Probably make a post about it. Probably going to talk about it at the live, all that fun jazz. We do still have the Dig 2s in stock, which are the XM177E2 specific variants, per what I've been told by all of my gun nerds, so those are still in. Any news on the PTS Flux? Viewers, if you're asking if we are getting those in, I think so, maybe. But I can definitely, obviously, go ahead and check. I have seen no purchasing orders or anything like that for them yet. But, as always, email in. We can take a better deep dive into that. Hire with restraint and commence. Yeah, I don't have restraint when it comes to fire. Alex, I would never use launchables against people. Trust me. Sure, pal. Sure, pal. Seeing you in play. Sure, pal. May bought 60 Fates recently that are old stock. Feels good. Yeah, Fates are dope. Yeah, I'm scared they have 250 now. Impacts for CQB Master Race. Yeah. Graybush, that's why I like launching foam rounds. Foam rounds are fun. I wish that I could get more of the foam rounds in just to fuck around with, because it is always just fun to use those. Instead of using like a 3D print file, because those fall apart super, super quick. I was thinking about using pepper rounds just to make things interesting. Please don't do that. Oh, have we had our weekly dose of Mac? God damn it, and I'm the one who read it. Of course I'm the one who read it. Of course I'm the one who read it. But Coco Bear over on YouTube. Sup, play? See y'all at Southern Front in a couple weeks. Yeah, man, I'll see you there. Not Airsoft related, but please tell me you are watching Invincible. New season just came out. I'll be watching later. So I'm personally not watching Invincible. Excuse me. I just don't want to say I don't have time to watch a lot of the Amazon TV series stuff, because there are some that I do take time out of my day to watch, but there's so much other stuff that I do day to day that it's hard for me to find an hour or two to sit down and stare at a TV screen. I know there's a couple TV series that I'm like watching on and off with my girlfriend. Paradise on Hulu is one that we had a whole day, so we binge watched the first season. I think they're coming out. They just dropped another episode today or yesterday or something like that. That's the only TV series I'm keeping up with. I want to start watching Invincible. I want to start watching The Pit, which is the medical drama with
The Pit's good.
Rob, whatever. Yeah, I want to watch it, especially with my short stint in medicine, just to be like, yeah, I remember all this stuff.
I've been keeping up with The Pit. It's been good.
My mom, who is a nurse, she's like watching it and going, they actually did the research, which is kind of cool, because I guess that's like a big thing.
It takes place here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Isn't it Allegheny General? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of TV series I want to like be able to have the time to sit down and watch, but I just don't have the time anymore.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons of Invincible. I haven't watched any of the new season. Both the seasons were good though. I mean, I like anime, and I mean, it's obviously more Western, but I enjoy it anyways.
I've seen clips and stuff on the Shitstagram and Shitstalk and all that other crap, and it looks great. The problem is, like, I have nothing against all this stuff coming out. I just don't have the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I've been watching movies recently.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I watched a couple movies on my days off.
Nice. Okay.
Let me see what I watched. I forget. One of them was. I didn't really like any of them, if I'm being honest, though.
Me and Talon rewatched Blood Diamond the other day.
Oh,
because we were packing for this upcoming weekend. We're like packing stuff up, and we had it on the TV in the living room.
Yeah.
So I had to call my parents. I'm like, "Do you guys have a Paramount Plus login?" Because it's not Paramount Plus. Like, yeah, let me send it over. I'm like, yes, I don't have to pay for the movie. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
I'll give you all my
30 years old and relying on my parents' subscription service. Oh, I love it.
I will give you all my March movie. These are all the movies I've watched.
March Movie Madness?
Yeah, these are all the movies I've
right.
watched in the month of March, and these are my reviews for them.
All right.
I watched Jurassic World Rebirth.
Hated it.
I said 2.5 stars. I'm not going to read any of my full reviews, but I'll say I think it was one of the better ones.
You actually have full reviews?
Yeah, I did. I wrote reviews.
Are you IMDbing this or?
This is my Letterboxd. Yeah, if anyone wants to follow me on Letterboxd, it's Lil Peter Bliss, same as my Instagram. You can follow me. You can see all the movies I watch. Anytime I watch a new movie, I like to review it.
The Amped Movie Podcast.
Yeah. Listen, I
didn't know you had okay.
I made a Discord channel for movies, and I left a review in there one time, and no one interacted with it, so I haven't done it since. But maybe I'll do that again. But I do update my Letterboxd because I like to do this and be able to see what I watched in the past month or whatever. But so Jurassic World Rebirth, it was fine. I mean, 2.5 is like mid. It's out of 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
That's mid.
Okay.
Good Fortune, which I gave 3.5 stars. I thought it was pretty fun.
Which one's that?
It's the one with
oh yeah, with Keanu Reeves as an angel.
Keanu Reeves as an angel. It's pretty funny.
I did want to watch that one. Yeah.
And he switches Seth Rogen and what's his name? I don't know, pretty good. Uprising, which is great. It's by the director who did Old Boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good one. I gave that one 4 stars. I watched Zootopia 2.
How was it?
It was good. It's
Zootopia,
yeah. It's the second one. It was fun. I gave it 3 stars.
Okay.
I watched War Machine, which I gave 2 stars. That one was.
Yeah,
did you watch that?
No, I've seen enough clips though that I know the synopsis of it. I just like Alan Richardson as an actor. Like him and Jack Reacher was great, so I am excited to watch.
I said the action can be Fast and Furious levels of ridiculous. It's fun, I guess. I'd give it a 2.25. I mean, if I could.
Yeah, not to spoil it, but it's a giant fucking robot that crashes into Earth.
I don't think that's a spoiler. It's called War Machine.
Yeah. Well, I thought so. Originally, funny enough, when I first saw the couple of previews for it, I thought it was like the point of view of Alan Richardson as this Ranger, right? He's going to be a Ranger in boot camp.
Yeah.
I thought it was a point of view thing from Ranger in boot camp and his story of becoming a Ranger and what he's overcoming.
Absurd.
That was
absurd.
That was the context that I had for it,
and that's the first 40 minutes of it too.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a really sick ass movie. Yeah, and then I saw a clip of it, and it's actually fighting a robot. I'm like, where did this come from?
Yeah, it goes crazy. And then I watched A House of Dynamite, which I gave 1 star. I said Gettysburg reenactment, but edit it like Secession.
Yes,
that's what I said.
I would also agree. That's the nuclear one.
Oh,
right?
and then I said the most ridiculous part of this movie is them calling Israel an adversary, because in the movie they do that, and it's like, what are we talking about?
No, I would agree with that. That movie was. I was so hopeful for it, and I'm like, this was not great.
I watched Land of Bad. I gave it 1 star. Yeah. I said title says it all. I watched Honey Don't. And my review, I also give that 1 star, and I said Ethan Cohen, a freaky dude.
Honey Don't?
Honey Don't. It's It's got Aubrey Plaza and stuff. It's just like a lesbian movie written by a straight white guy, you know. So it's that's what it is.
Okay.
And then I watched Sicario last night, actually.
Sicario?
Sicario, yeah. It's the cartel movie.
That's a 5 out of 5 stars, pal.
I gave it 2.5. I didn't like it. I said the first half was way better than the second half. The first half, listen, when they're in the cars and and they do that, I was like, this is sick. I was like 10 out of 10. I love this. And then we got to the second half of the movie, and they're like, it's all the Delta Force guys, and they have fucking mono nods, they're using a single mono, and their kits are all weird, and he's rocking it's like they're using thermal footage for night vision. I'm like, I lost the plot. I was like, I can't.
Not to defend the movie, because I did think that part was weird, but you also have to imagine it is the guys who are using for that specific part, right? The gear I can't go ahead and I can't go ahead and figure that out, but the thermal footage is because the FBI lady, that's what she has to go and use because she didn't get nods. Well,
unless she has a gun-mounted thermal, but they didn't look that way.
She has a helmet-mounted thermal. The thermal that she said, the thermal that she has was RH or
Yeah,
MH25.
she did have a helmet because she took it off because she
Yeah,
bumped it
and
in
then
fucking...
the reason why they all have monos is because I think there was actually a quote in the movie. If it wasn't a quote in the movie, the reason why they are using monos is because they're going into a tunnel environment that has light, so they have their regular perception and then they have the night vision perception.
I mean, I get it.
I'm a 5 out of 5 stars for this first Sicario. The second Sicario was a little bit mid. I'd probably give that out of 5 a 3 out of 5.
I didn't watch the
You
second
should
one.
not. If you don't like the first one, you're not gonna like the second
I
one.
just didn't like the second half. I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
God,
but I
they're
just,
so good.
I just felt like the way the plot went with some
I
of
actually
the
ordered the
characters, I was a
glasses.
bit
The what's his face has the commander glasses, the black
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
I have those coming in because I'm getting prescription lenses for them actually.
Anyways, that's all the movies I watched in March, and
Thank you so much for your TED Talk.
yeah, what was the one I liked the most? If I had to recommend one of those to watch for you guys, it would have been.
Sicario.
No, for me it would have been Uprising. If there's anything that you guys want to watch right now, watch Uprising. It was.
Uprising is which one?
It was in 2024, directed by Kim Sang-man.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
is the director who did Old Boy. It is a super, super cool, like, samurai revenge story, very bloody and gory and, like, thematically done, and the fight scenes are really cool. And it's if you like samurai stuff, I mean, it's sweet. So I recommend Uprising. But that's my movie reviews.
Is there a token white guy in Uprising? Just like the Ben Affleck film, which was The Wall, which I thought was a great. That was just a fun film to watch.
No white guys in Uprising. And
What you mean Willem Dafoe's not in there?
No William Dafoe, and
What about Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves is not in there either.
What?
And I heavily recommend you watch the original Korean subtitled version. Do not watch the English dub; it is not as good. The Korean subtitled version, the Korean the personality and emotion and and what they say, it's a million times better. But I recommend it 100%. What did I miss while I was doing that?
We were just going over some random tag stuff. But literally, I was just reading the comments as we were walking out. Wow, YouTube updated big, but we were just talking about stuff that we were talking about with comments, tag stuff. That's my brain.
Flights let me binge shows and anime. Nothing better than being paid to sit on a plane, watch anime, and drink heavily. That's very fair. I'm rewatching Stargate season 1. Dude, Gate, Stargate takes me back, man. I used to have those all on, I had a full CD set, and I watched, a bunch of that. I love they have the, what's the one gun they use? They use the, is it P90s? Do they have P90s in that movie? These P90s and high kappas, but they're so clearly the Airsoft ones.
I think they're P90s in that.
I love it. Was thinking about maybe rewatching Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop's fire. I mean, always. Sasu Road to Revenge was dope.
It's supposed to be Sisu.
I
have not seen either of them. I do want to watch both.
I disagree with that, but that's just my personal opinion. I mean, it's fine. I think I gave it a 2.5 stars because it's if you're in the mood for a roid revenge, mayhem, sure. But...
Exactly what Boyk said. My take on War Machine, it was great up until it became a sci-fi movie. I was expecting this guy's whole thing to becoming a ranger, and it was going to be epic until that's what I thought. And then I saw the robot thing on TikTok. I was like, what?
That is what is so funny about the movie is you make it so far into it, and then the robot appears, and you're like, huh? And you're like, why? What?
I was excited to see Alan Richardson, or one of my common favorite actors, or one of my new favorite actors, get into that role. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. He was great in Reacher. This is gonna be fun to go ahead and watch. And then I was like, why is he fighting a robot? What movie is this? This isn't the same movie.
Dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Watch Generation Kill last week. Love that series.
Yeah.
Generation Kill is good. All right, let's see.
So quickly, drone drop grenades are cringe unless the rules let players shoot the drones. Yes, and we were recently at an event that was a thing, and we couldn't shoot the drones. So that was fun to go ahead and deal with.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine. It depends, though.
I don't. I want to be able to shoot that fucker down so I don't get shot by it.
No, I think a drone drop can be used in Airsoft, but I don't think it should be used as a traditional drone drop. I think that if someone rigged one up with smokes to use for admin purposes, barrages or stuff like that, being able to fly it over an area and drop a grenade and be simulated borders and stuff like that.
Okay, that's fine.
I agree, though, if you're using a drone, as a recon device, as a, individual person.
Well, that's what happened I'm not going to name the event, but that's what happened the previous event that I was at, is that I got smoked by a grenade. I'm like, where'd that come from? The guy's like, oh, the drone got you. Yeah. Why I can't shoot that thing down? That's why I didn't shoot it down, was because I didn't know I could shoot.
If it's being used in the way of someone with a screen and just watching you, flies up above you, drops a grenade, I don't think that should be allowed. But if, say I call into an admin and I'm like, I want on this square, and regardless if they see a person there or not, they fly the drone over and drop it.
But
when I call it. I think that's fine.
and that's okay because you're using it as like artillery kind of deal.
I think people should utilize that more. As
I agree. I agree.
It'd be really cool to have more.
Physically
like,
dropping a grenade on you without the ability to fight back is fucking cringe.
Well, especially if it's just done by a player who can just fly right above.
Yes.
I mean, I agree with that.
Because it's all.
I think they do have a place in use 100%.
But to the movies things, Eric says superhero media is so played out for me, I can't pay attention to it anymore.
I agree with that.
I agree unless it's something different like The Boys, right? Or Gen X or Gen Z, where it's like it is superhero.
The Boys halfway through season 2, I didn't really like.
Well, I liked it because it showed like, oh yeah, I'm gonna punch somebody, versus The Boys, where it's like I'm gonna punch someone and they're snapped in half because I'm a superhero. You know, it gives that like realistic take to it.
Yeah, I mean, Invincible.
Yeah, which is why I enjoy stuff. It can be superhero media, but it has to be done correctly. I think a lot of the original X-Men films did that right. And I'm hoping that Avengers Doomsday is going to kind of bring a little bit of that back because of the context of what Doomsday is supposed to be. But we'll see.
Ehouse said there wasn't a second Sicario.
He
said not liking Sicario is a wild take.
Yeah,
that's fair. I understand it's a wild take. When I watched the movie, the reason I watched it, I hadn't seen it before, before yesterday, because that's when I watched it. So turn off your LARP brain for a second, but
there is a second Sicario movie. It's Sicario: Day of the Soldado, which is Day of the Sun.
Interesting.
So
I'll just say that like when I watched it, I mean I just get super into like nitpicking a movie if I go into it with a certain expectation.
I didn't imagine it. Sorry.
Like everyone, look at you imagined it.
I'm staring at it right here.
Like everyone I know told me Sicario is dope. It's a sick movie. 10 out of 10. Like you should definitely go watch it. They can't see it. It's out of focus, so it doesn't exist.
Oh, don't you dare gaslight me like Sicario, Day of the Soldado, which is Day of the Sun. It's the second Sicario film that's come out. It had the same actors as Josh Brolin and the fucking lawyer dude, which I forget his name is. And essentially the plot of that one is that now they have to the Mexican lawyer guy.
That's not a Sicario movie, he said.
It literally says Sicario movie. Am I tripping? I gotta be.
Who directed
Am I tripping?
Who directed it? That's the question you gotta ask. I mean, it's got Del Toro in it still.
Oh, Dennis Villanueva didn't direct it. It's not canon.
Nah, I mean, he's right. Honestly, he's 100% right. If the original director didn't direct it, I would agree it's not canon.
Okay, that's fair. I will sit with that. But as far as I know, it's 2 Sicario movies. But the whole thing is.
You're not wrong either. It is a second Sicario movie, but it was not done by the same director. So I would not consider it a sequel either.
Yeah, the whole thing is that the lawyer guy is. We gotta take down this drug cartel. So the lawyer guy goes, I'm gonna steal your kid. And then steals that kid, essentially, from the drug cartel guys, and like it's that whole premise because then he gets like betrayed. Not directly by us, but indirectly by us. It's been a while since I don't like that one that much as the first one, and like he almost dies and like comes back and like goes. It's a whole thing.
Oh, I know what sent me over the edge yesterday when I was watching it. It was the scene when they're in the tunnel and the Delta Force guy is one-handing his M4 and he pulls out a Bowie knife and he's going through the tunnels with a Bowie knife, slitting throats. That's what it was.
I don't remember that part.
When they first go into the cave, you hear he pulls out the knife, and like the first 3 guys he kills are all like slitting throats in a cave, and he's one-handing it up. I'm like, I remember that is what I was like. Okay, I was like, they didn't care. They phoned this in. I was like, holy shit.
I am unfortunately familiar with the plot. Yeah, it's not as good as the first one. The first one is absolutely a fucking banger. The first one is such a good movie. I will put it on as like. You know, like when you guys are like doing stuff around the house, or like putzing around doing whatever, and you have to have some background noise because God forbid you're alone with your own thoughts for more than 5 minutes. This is how I am. That is like one of my top 3 movies I pick. It's that one. For some reason, The Martian. I don't know why The Martian, because I really, really enjoyed that film. And then Battle for Los Angeles. Those are 3 movies. I'm just like, bloop, bloop, and I turn it on.
That's crazy.
And I could like zone out. I love Battle for Los Angeles. That was such a fun movie to watch.
Los Angeles is just like.
It was a fun movie to watch.
It's just like, how shaky can we do shaky cam?
I know, but it was a fun movie to watch.
It's like, what if we filmed a full combat scene that's the length of a whole movie and it's all shaky cam?
But I thought it was a fun movie to watch.
It's fun. No, it's fun.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of movies I have on my list that I give a bit of a buffer because they're fun, you know.
And that's how a lot of my
movie
movies
like Sicario, I didn't find it fun.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of dark.
You can be wrong. It's okay.
And like there's scenes that I think are like peak. Like as I said, I think the car scene with what's his name from fucking he used to do the TV show God, I'm blanking on so much stuff. Who's the one CIA actor in the car with them?
His name is.
Do you know who I'm talking about? During the police scene when they're in line, and he does the whole he does the entire TV series Burn Notice. That's the name of the TV series. Like, blanked on. You know what I'm talking about?
Hank Rogers?
Is that who it is? No, it's not.
Who? Yeah, I was gonna say who.
Jeffrey Donovan. Jeffrey Donovan, I love him as an actor. Mainly because I watched Burn Notice as a kid, and I really liked Burn Notice.
Those are the glasses I'm gonna be getting in, by the way. The big blocky ones he's wearing.
Yeah, no, it's hard, but like I think that whole scene was like peak. And
that was great.
And it was fun and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Later on, I'll get off Sicario. I fucking forget it.
You can be wrong. It's okay. I loved it. It's a great film. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Frag said the only superhero movies, and when you do, think about that scene and think about how stupid and ridiculous
I will,
it is.
and I'll still be like, that was cool.
No, you won't. You'll be like,
okay.
You'll be like, Ross is right. This is stupid and ridiculous. The only superhero movies that still matter are Spider-Man movies. Punisher is finally back.
I'm so excited for the new Spider-Man movie to come out. Speaking of which,
I saw the trailer. I haven't really been super interested. I wanted to watch the Into the Spider-Verse. I still haven't seen that.
It's okay. I'm excited for the new.
I love Tobey Maguire.
I know. He was the best Spider-Man. Him and Andrew Garfield were great. But
yeah,
I'm excited for the new Spider-Man movie because one of the story they're adapting, which is the like God Spider story or whatever they want to go ahead and call it, and then two, the fact that the Punisher, what's his fucking name?
The actor or
the actor's name? John Bernthal. John Bernthal is that they're actually bringing the Punisher to the big screen, which means that the potential for a actual live-action Punisher movie, with the possibility of it being rated R, much like the Deadpool film was, is there. Which is like, to me, I think is way better because I remember the old Punisher movie, which had fucking
Classic. It's a good movie.
Oh my god, it was a great movie. I remember the old Punisher movie, and that was awesome. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not rated R,
with like his whole family getting slaughtered.
Yeah, and then he is dragging John Travolta, and there's a lot of blood. But if I'm really hopeful for that because I would like for that to be a push to get John Bernthal to do a new Punisher movie, with either a hardcore PG-13 or a rated R rating on the film, because the Punisher is, I feel like, a very underappreciated character in the Marvelverse when it comes to the amount of content that's out. Like, they had its TV show, I would recommend...
So I have to say, with that in mind, and what E-House just said, he said any Punisher movie that comes out now would suck ass. And I would have to say, I somewhat agree, because
I'm
need
hopeful.
the context of the entire show
I know.
really enjoy it.
And that's
my issue with every superhero fandom is like, sure, I want to watch the new Spider-Man movie with the Punisher. Sure. Am I gonna have to have seen the Punisher show to get what's going on with his character?
I agree.
Am I gonna have to see the other Spider-Man movies?
I
For
agree.
some of the Spider-Man movies, you have to watch the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, or you don't get it. You're like, why does he have a Iron Man suit in this movie?
Spider-Man movies, not so much, but a lot of the other Marvel,
No Way Home and stuff is fine.
Yeah, but a lot of the other Marvel content that's coming out, it's completely interconnected. Which I guess, like, if you want to look at it in some sort of like, it's got to connect the multiverse. I don't give a shit. I would like to sit down and like watch a movie because I do agree with that. I want to sit down and watch a movie and all the plot to be there.
Well, see, that's my problem is I think they need to just pull themselves out of this like cinematic universe they've made, because they've already established that we can have different, like, you know, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield and then the Tom Holland. Like, we can have different, like, just give me a new one that's not related to this entire stupid giant. Like, I don't want to have to watch 100 billion movies.
Oh, like Nicolas Cage's Black Noir one.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That's one I can't wait for.
I'm down for that. Like,
but
that's cool.
I agree with Eric that any Punisher movie that comes out now would suck ass.
Probably would.
I am hopeful that if they do come out with a Punisher movie, that they would be able to follow in the footsteps of the Deadpool movie, the Deadpool 3 movie, and be able to give some rope to allow that creativity that gives it that Punisher feel. Because if Deadpool can do it, I'm hoping to God that another person can do it. That's all I gotta say. I have hopes. They're very small though. That's all I got.
Your mic might die soon.
Oh no. Well,
showing double red. It hasn't done that long.
We have 15 minutes left.
Franchises killed cinema.
Yeah.
I agree. And then also, unfortunately, disagree, but I agree. I agree it killed cinema in the way that we're talking about it right now. I mean, it did a lot for like the movie industry, unfortunately.
Well, bye, Greybush.
But I would agree that in the way we're talking about it, definitely killed it. Movies have to end, and having every movie have this sort of a giant universe just turns everything into TV slop. A big issue I have is a lot of movies, even when they do end, they realize how much money they create, and then they like try to make another and try to. I mean, that happened with. I mean, so many TV shows have fallen to
So
that.
many movies have fallen to that.
I mean, movies have for sure.
The
but at
Bad
least-
Boys series is a great, like the Bad Boys movies. 1 and 2, amazing. Everything after that, not even worth it.
1 and 2 were amazing.
How
I don't even know if
dare
I'd say
you?
that, but
How dare you besmirch that series name?
I'll
Sorry,
say-
the first 2 movies' names. After that, after the first 2, I can give a shit less. But God, those movies are great.
I mean, I think like.
The Fast and Furious movies are a great.
Well,
one.
I think more so of like shows, right? Because like a show like I think even recently like Stranger Things, like the first season I think was really really good. Like,
Never watched it.
I think you should watch it. The first
I
season
watched it when I had time.
It's really well done. Everything after that, I mean, and they wrote it as a 1 season thing anyways. It wasn't supposed to go past that. So the fact that there was so much more, I
Yeah.
could go on and on
I can't put my
about
foot
all
there.
this stuff, this garbage they do, but.
We could yap about the Amp Lunchtime Live podcast, just yapping about our likes and dislikes when it comes to Hollywood.
I have a lot of thoughts.
I do have a lot of thoughts as well.
Looking forward to the new He-Man movie. Is that a real thing, or are you making that up? He left already, so he can't answer me. But I haven't heard of that. So.
He-Man.
The thoughts must always drown out. It's okay to be wrong, Ross. Some people talking about GTI.
Let's talk about some actual movies, though. Or
Maybe I'm
actual Airsoft
mistaken.
stuff.
People are confused in here. Actual Airsoft. Do we have any actual Airsoft stuff to talk about?
Not really. I mean, we're going to Emsato this weekend. I was just
We
at
are.
Players One at Crescent. It wasn't too spooky.
Emsato,
This time around,
Upper
we heard some crazy things, though, this weekend at night. Because it was like
Oh,
me,
like
my
out and
group
about?
of dudes. Yeah, it was me, my group of dudes. And then on the other team, it was Cyrus from Polar Star. He was there. His buddy, and then like 2 other tan guys, which there's some dude with PDS-7s this weekend that was fucking me up. Like this guy was, like, he was good. It was a good fight between me and him. But yeah, we were like walking around and stuff, doing some exploring because it was the end of the game. And we're like, all right, we'll just walk around, I guess. And we heard some spooky shit, but we don't. Obviously, we were like, well, is it spooky? We're just like imagining it or whatever.
It was me in the tunnel with my nods.
Oh yeah, you
making
tunnel
spooky
rat.
noises.
Yeah, definitely not us like hearing murmuring and
Dude, that's what
weird
I did
things
at the,
and like
at
a
the
weird
Penhurst
howling.
Asylum, though.
Oh.
That's what I did. I was in like this was back before like people had night vision, really. You know, like it just wasn't common at games. And we had nods, like monos, and we were running them down in the tunnels at the Penhurst Asylum, and we're behind the walls, and so it was like a weird like crawl space behind the main hallway. We're like in the crawl space, just going like.
You're a
and then just like
horrible
running away, and people.
You're a horrible person.
That was great,
Ross.
man. We kept the whole area clear. Didn't even shoot a BB.
You're a horrible.
Nobody went down there. It was fun.
You're a horrible
was
person,
great.
Ross.
I played at Mercer this weekend. I was at the Mercer free weekend. They did. If you're local to Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh, you'll probably know that Mercer Airsoft Center. They do 2 times a year, sometimes maybe more, but at least 2 times a year. They do a free weekend where it's Saturday and Sunday free play. Had a lot of people up there. A lot of people.
Yeah?
Yeah, it had a lot of people, and it was muddy. It was the Mercer mud, which we all know and love. A couple cars got stuck in the
Couldn't be me.
mud. We had to push Eric's car out of the mud. We had to push Tony's car out of the mud. We had a couple other cars get stuck in the mud, and then we had a couple guys in pickup trucks who were really, really...
Dumb.
They were just really confident in being able to help some of these smaller cars out of the mud. And we looked at them and went, don't pull in there. You're going to get stuck. And they went, my truck can handle it. God, we had to pull 3 different trucks out of the same spot because they each of them kept saying, I can do it. And we said, we just pull the truck out of there. And they said, my truck can do it. They got it stuck.
Well, because they had like standard street tires and they didn't have anything when it comes to
I don't know what
recovery
they were
gear.
driving, but they got stuck. And you know what?
Idiots.
I didn't help them. I was like, I told you. I told you
What
were going to
an
get
idiot.
stuck. I got a pretty great photo of Ryan trying to push Tony out. He got splattered up with mud from that. So
Oh, I've been there before trying to push West out at skirmish once.
yeah, it happens.
God, it is hotter than hell in here, dude.
People are just talking about Airsoft.
There's not
Frag saying he
much
hasn't
new.
played in 2 years, besides the occasional MSW.
Then you have played in less than 2 years, Frag. Stop lying.
I get what he's saying, though. I mean, there's definitely a difference, I think, between, like... I feel like I haven't really, like, played, and I put that in air quotes, right? Because I obviously have played. But, like, I don't know, going to, like, these events and playing, like, a milsim feels very different in my mind than, like, open plays. Like, I haven't really played, like, open plays in a while. Like, just gone to, like, a field and open played. Just
The last one I did for open play was MK, and that was
It was a couple months ago.
January.
Yeah.
I don't do open plays anymore. Not that I don't want to, but I
Well, that's what I
am
mean.
at an event every fucking weekend.
Like, if I have a weekend free to myself, it's like I'm not going to decide to go play Airsoft.
I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago about airsoft fatigue, where it's just like when we get done at work, it's not that we don't want to answer people's DMs or talk to people and stuff. It's just our work revolves around airsoft, which is a great thing, and I'm very grateful for it. However, the second that I get home, I'm like, nope, I just want to like not talk airsoft and stuff.
I have to do the opposite, right? Like, because I go home and, like, I mean, airsoft's a hobby I love and enjoy, and, like, I'll start messing with something at home, like, the airsoft related, and, you know, thinking about it. Or, like, I'll start looking up, like, you know, parts of a kit I want to build, and I kind of have to stop myself. I'm like, I've been doing airsoft stuff all day today. Like, let me spend a couple hours to myself. That's not this hobby.
Yeah, my issue is that, like, I get home and I don't want to do it, but either are times I'm like, no, I have to do it for X thing, or like I know I want to do it, but I'm not gonna think about it until I get back in the office and stuff. And it's just like I want to disassociate and just be and exist because of how many other things we do in a day.
Yeah.
So
Yao says, I've worked every event I attended this year so far. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it goes.
well, hopefully at the GGP game it'll be we can work and hang out because man, I'm so excited for that. You should definitely come out. I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, right. Not trying to get too serious, but have y'all ever thought about when you're going to retire from Airsoft?
Yeah.
It's an
When I
interesting question.
can't physically do it anymore, which will be 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I quit Airsoft once already, retired in air quotes, because I used to work at a different Airsoft company locally, and then I went to college. When I went to college, I like didn't play at all, and I was so burnt out from working in the industry, and like, I don't know, just across the board, I was so over it. And so I ended up selling all my Airsoft gear, and I kind of told myself like I was never going to play again. And then I went to a couple of like just pick up like open play games with some buddies and like borrowed a gun, you know, just for old time's sake, and you know had a lot of fun with it, and then you know slowly got back into it. And I mean at this point I've come back around to like re-respecting the hobby in a different way, because I think when I was younger I burned myself out on it really fast. I was always excited to play all the time, and like now I don't have that same level of excitement, but I have like a different level of interest and like,
You've
respect
matured.
for it. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so at this point, like I don't really see myself. You know, I might like not do it as frequently in the future as I am currently. I mean, obviously working in the industry and playing all the time, like, you know, in 10 years I might not be doing it as much. But I doubt I'll ever like fully walk away from playing Airsoft at this point.
I think I have a time limit on mine, and the reason why is because like I have been doing this since I've been allowed to go to an airsoft field and play, which was
No, same. Like
I think
like
some
13,
of my first airsoft. Well, for me, some of my first airsoft games when I was like in first and second grade at open plays, and that's first or second grade. I'm 30 now, so I've been doing it for almost my entire life. And I think I have a time limit, not with anything recent, probably by the time I'm 40, just because of the fact that like, dude, my body hurts. I'm tired.
You
and
could keep playing.
I got 10 years of bullshit to go ahead and deal with.
Dude,
I mean,
if Frag was, or not Frag, sorry. If Greybush was here, he'd yell at you for saying that.
I know, but I think it's going to be more so that I've saturated my life so much with that I'm going to want to see what else out there, or maybe there's a new evolution of airsoft. Maybe there's something new and cool that's come out. So I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, but I definitely know that there will be a time limit for my stuff. Right now, I have absolutely no plans of stopping because of the fact that it's just kick ass, and I get to go do all this crazy stuff, and it's a fun time. But I know for a fact there's a time limit for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's going to come a time in the future where I'm going to look at all the stuff I have, all the airsoft stuff I've been accumulating over the years. And I'm just going to, you know, make that official decision that, like, if I'm not playing as much anymore or whatever, that I need to just like keep one kit and that's it. And that'll probably be like the extent of my retirement.
Yeah.
Is I have one kit and I go to a game once or twice a year. That's like a big milsim, and that's it. Like, that's probably where I'll end up retiring at. But
and the issue is like I like all my kit that I have as well. Like I love my splatter kit, my Miami Tiger stuff. So I know I'm never gonna get rid of it. But I think it's gonna be the same thing. It's like, what is the 2 guns or 3 guns I use the absolute most, or like the ones I'm never gonna get rid of because those are like memory pieces to me, and that'll be it. But as long as I still have both my legs, I can walk around and have both my arms to shoot somebody, I will happily continue.
You don't even need
doing
those,
so.
man. I've seen people play without them.
Yeah, that is fair.
Once I'm talking like one MSW a year. Then with my significant other, all other weekends, I'm not traveling and I don't bring her airsofting. Well, that's your problem. You should bring her airsofting. Right?
She did. She was a copperhead. This crazy motherfucker. Before we'll do the last comments of the story and get to the end of the video, end of the live. This motherfucker flew to Copperhead with his significant other, showed up, hung out with us the day, and then got back in his car, drove back to the airport, and then flew home. Didn't even play.
Nice.
Yeah. So he does drag her along.
Only pause, never retire. Airsoft calling back every time. Yep.
Fair.
Thanks. I've invested too much to fully retire. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Oh yeah, we're not even close to that number.
I'll just carry you on a backpack when your body fails Logan.
Thank you, Frag.
When I finally can't move enough to play, I'll just turn teching into my full-time niche in the hobby, just show up to events and fix people's broken computers. Yeah, exactly. There's always a place.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I ever got to a point where, like, I really didn't enjoy, like, the actual sport of Airsoft, I would probably still show up and, like, take photos and, like, hang out and stuff, because, like, all my friends are in the community, and I enjoy,
well, that's the thing.
creating
We've done so much in it that it's literally become part of who we are as people.
And I go to games all the time where I just hang out with people, talk for a bit, and then I leave. And maybe I shoot photos, and maybe I don't play at all, because I just didn't feel like playing that day.
I agree.
So, I mean, I don't think I'll ever fully back out of it, but...
But to get off this depressing-ass topic, because I know...
Depressing.
Oh, it kind of is.
No.
So to get off this semi-depressing topic, to get into the events that we will be going to, because we are not stopping anytime shortly, we have upcoming this weekend, MSADO's Op Liberty the 4th. That's in Allentown, PA. You're going to see myself and Talon there. We will have the trailer in tow for all your needs that you possibly could want. We have in April, we have AMS Southern Front, which is going to be the 11th to 12th. That is in Sanger, Texas, or D14 specifically. I know that we will also have the trailer for that. I think I'm going down to that too. We also have Noob Day that same time, which that is out at... ACS Airsoft, thank you. ACS Airsoft out in Kentucky. This will be my first Noob Day, which I'm super excited to go ahead and go down to. In May, we have a couple of games. We have the Gun Gamers game, which is Crisis in Panath, which is May 2nd and 3rd. I will be there for sure, as well as Ryan will bring some stuff out there for you guys. We also have our swap meet, which is May 9th. The same weekend, before we go back into the swap meet of Gun Gamers, is going to be MSADO Op Carver. That is going to be, I think, in Massachusetts, and that is an old Renaissance festival. I've seen some pictures from it. It looks super kick-ass for all the OG heads watching. Kind of get a feel of like Fallen Kingdom back in the day for Airsoft Republic. We have our swap meet the weekend after that, which is May 9th, which is a smaller version of our Bolt Bash. Just come out, hang out, say what's up. Absolutely nothing else, not nearly as big as Bolt Bash. Players Want to Syndicate 6 back at Crescent. That is going to be May 15th and 17th, so the weekend after that. And then finally, Stagot Spring Offensive 18 out at Advanced Action Sports in Massachusetts, the final weekend in May. And that is it for May. There might be a couple things that pop up here and there. Oh, actually, April 4th is Airsoft Den. Typically, we'd be going to ABCAS. We are not going to be going to ABCAS this year, but the same weekend as ABCAS is actually going to be the Airsoft Den in Ohio's their opening day. So that is, I see it's not up on our calendar, which is why I made a mention of it here. So we will be out there in 2 weeks as well for that. But that is it for the events. And then we got nothing else coming up. We have the Dig 2 still up on our website for you guys to go ahead and buy.
We have the Crytek P90 giveaway.
Ooh!
If you want to live out all of your Stargate dreams, go pick that guy up.
Yeah.
Well, by entering the giveaway, or buy one if you want. We have a couple more in stock. But
yes,
enter
we do.
The giveaway. It is on our Instagram. Go ahead, like, comment, share. We will be giving that away not next live, but the one after that. I will actually not be here for the next live, so you'll be with the losers.
Hey, where are you going next week?
I will be out of town for a couple of days,
Nice.
visiting the significant other's family.
Oh, lucky.
Ooh. Meeting the parent? No, not really.
I was gonna say.
like,
the fuck you guys live together?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. All right. And
Bye.
that's it. Right? Yeah,
That's all I got.
All
So,
right. See you
all right.
guys.
Goodbye.